And welcome to Loftus Versfeld here in the heart of Pretoria, where we're going to have our round 7 of the Pick and Pay Ladies Super League matchup between the Isuzu Bulls Daisies, the home team, and they will have to face the ladies from just across the Yukskay River, the Golden Lions women, all the way from Johannesburg. If we look at the log at the moment in the Pick and Pay Women's Super League, the Blue Bulls Daisies, they are top tier. They are in position 1. And as things stand, they are in the final already, which will happen here at Loftus Versfeld on April the 4th, 2026. The Sanlambuland Dames, they snuck through last night in a titanic battle with the Sharks. They beat them. They won that game, and it moved them up to the 2nd position. And they also cannot be usurped anymore. The DHL Western Province ladies, they are in 3rd place with 22 points. The EP Queens, they had a good comeback in the second half of this league, and they find themselves in the 4th spot with 16 points. The Golden Lions women in action here today, they are in 5th position with 15 points. The Sharks women, they had a tough season, but they also managed to scrape away with 2 wins. They've got 11 points, and they're on the 6th position. The Free State women, all the way from Bloemfontein, in 7th position with 5 points. And the Border ladies probably had their toughest season yet in this league, and they could not come away with 1 win, unfortunately. Came close, but they are sitting with the wooden spoon at 0 points. Round 7 today will kick off soon. We've got the Golden Lions up against the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. But last night we had the game against the Sharks women and the Sanlambuland Dames. Had the Sharks won there, the Western Province ladies still stood a chance to get into the playoffs. So they were probably rooting for the Sharks women, the other coastal team. But unfortunately for them and unfortunately for the Sharks, they had to bend the knee. And the Sanlambuland Dames, with 1 or 2 good replacements in that team that came back from injury, managed to beat them by 32 points to 22 in a very, very good and tight game. Halftime was a very different story. The Sharks women were in it all the way. You can watch the ladies warm up down at the field, doing their last minute stretches. The Lions ladies team, the Golden Lions, look as follows. At loose head prop, we've got Toliswa Kuzwayu, the hookers Kamogelo Tloloi, and the tight head prop Sharon Panda Baloy. You'll still hear her name a lot today. The 2 locks, Nolutandu Kuma and Ntabiseng Monyemore. Areta Tomo, she's the number 6 flank, and with Provia Mashiani on number 7. And the 8th man today, Ntsako Mbombi. The ever-present scrum half Rumandi Potgieter, she'll be pulling on the number 9 jersey. And then at fly-off, Ntabiseng Nialane. The left wing, Sarah Mokwebo. The 2 centers, they are Sinalo Honono and Sionela Makamba. Watch that combination. They are pretty good together. The right wing, Gabriela Terblanche. And then at fullback, we've got Sipumulela Mdlalose, also a speedster of note. You'll probably hear me say Mdlalose a lot. The replacements for the Lions today, Anele Dumela, Nikita Dlabane, Poppy Budzwa, Amarachi Eze, Elmarie Vusieka, Ntobi Zonke Seti, Kristen Cox, and Kanya Sile Ntai makes up the 23 for the Lions. On the side of the Isuzu Bulls Daisies, we've got at loose head prop Yonela Ntingolo. At hooker, we've got Solelwa Deliza, Aziza Mkiva at tight head prop. Then the 2 locks, Deneo Ndlovu, Vahina Ubisi, the Springbok and captain here today. And then on the side of the scrums, we've got at number 6, Sizofila Solonzi, and Faith Tsaoke at number 7. And the 8th man is Sophie Mashapa. Kamalita Malone, she will have her hands full at scrum half. Unam Tose, she's the vice captain and a very good player for the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. Left wing, Tobile Msizazwe, Naima Slatswayo and Yaki Salia make up the center pairing. And then on the right wing, Shanique Alexander, another speedster we hope gets a lot of ball today. And at fullback, we've got Notsolo Magasela for the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. Replacements for the Daisies, Doreen Mkabela, Sanelasiwe Charlie, very good player coming back from injury. Lebogang Ralebona, she's number 18. Sineleta Noteke, Bronisha Hess, Watch that lady, number 20. She is a wrecking ball. Mahlatse Nkumishe is number 21. Zintle Mpupa, and then Chuma Kave is number 23 for the Bulls Daisies today. Absolutely lovely weather. Maybe you saw on your screen there at the bottom in the middle was Libby Janssen van Rensburg. She's also one of the Bulls players not playing at the moment, but we might hear from her a little bit later if we're lucky enough. Lovely weather here at Loftus, Versfeld in Pretoria. Lots of rugby happening as well, but we might speak about that a little later. On screen, we've got our referee for the day, Precious Pazani, a very, very experienced referee from Zimbabwe. As we see the two captains talking to each other, trying to get the first decision of the day over their opponent. My name is Martin Kotze, also known as Tux Kotze. It's such a privilege to bring this game to you today. I hope you enjoyed with us. We're doing live streaming on YouTube for the SA Rugby channel as we see the Golden Lions ladies taking to the field. And now the home team, the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. So far unbeaten in this competition. The Isuzu Bulls Daisies played 6, won 6. They have scored 65 points for, 47 points against, with a points difference of 318. The next team, the Sanlambuland Dames, their points difference, just to give you an idea of how good this Blue Bulls team has fared this season, the points difference for the Sanlambuland Dames, only 62, and they are in position number 2. The big question here today, can the Golden Lions ladies hold out this forward pack of the Isuzu Bulls ladies? They are absolutely formidable. Referee Precious Pazani blowing a whistle to get this game underway. The Bulls Daisies playing from left to right. Golden Lions letting that ball bounce, but nice straight running from the 8th man.
Hi.
And Tako Mbombi. Slightly high tackle.
Tackle up, please, ladies.
Referee Pazani immediately warning the Bulls Daisies they have to keep it down. Early chance for Rumandi Potgieter to see if she can find touch. Not able to do so. Ball being taken in by the Daisies. Now the defense of the Lions being tested. They need to move out of the way. Picked up by Kamalita Malone.
Sorry.
The referee apologizing for being in the way. Nice skip pass to the outside of the field. Some space found. Defense letting the Lions down, and a nice step on the inside. It'll be the first point of the game. And it's the Isuzu Bulls Daisies scoring the first try through their hot winger, Sarah Mokwebo. Hot on handling, hot on speed, and finding all the space on the opposite side of the field. And the Golden Lions ladies will have to watch her. Kick it, goal, successful, extra 2 points being added. And the crowd that's here, small at the moment, but very happy. The local crowd that is, as you can see again, how that speeds Mokwebo just sails through the defense. And the Golden Lions woman will hope she doesn't get clean ball like that all day. Extra points added by the fullback, or rather the right wing, Gabriela Blanche. Kick off by the Golden Lions woman.
Get on, get on.
Good fight in the Blue Bulls. The Daisies getting over that advantage line every time they get the ball. Lions will need to move.
It's available, use it.
Referee Precious Pazani says the ball is available, wanting this game to flow. And again, it's Daisies getting front football. Back on the inside. Good hand-to-hand. Can she hold on to it? She does.
Knock on.
But the referee says there was a knock-on. But immediately, red lights flickering for the Golden Lions women's team. When this Bulls backline gets
ladies.
on the front foot, there's trouble.
Let's have a square and stable scrum with a clear gap at bind core, okay?
First scrum of the game.
Let's come in, ladies. Let's come in. Let's come in. Shoulders out, shoulders out, shoulders out.
Golden Lions
Crouch.
captain Xoliswa Kuzwayo,
Bind.
the loose head prop. She's going to have her hands full with Aziza Mkiva today. Potgieter putting the ball in. Good scrum by the Bulls. Referee making sure that the Bulls backline stay on side. Nice half breaks. It gets the ball away. Very good play by that centre pairing of the Golden Lions. I said earlier, need to watch them. They are quite good. Now the breakaway from the Bulls. Daisies, second defender beaten. Third defender beaten. Placing the ball back very nicely for teammates. Enough, ladies. Making sure for the Daisies to protect that ball. And now the forwards getting involved. Again, the Bulls easily getting over that advantage line. Better defense by the Lions. And then a small little mistake by the number 7 flank, Faith Chauke.
Knock on.
I think the Lions are very happy about that little knock-on by Faith Chauke. Crowd starting to come in. Lots and lots of action outside the stadium as I was coming in to Loftus Versfeld. A rugby festival, the Noord-Suid Festival happening at Afrikaans Hoërseens across the road. Some other rugby also happening. We'll talk about that later. It was a good scrum by the Golden Lions ladies. That first one, second one even better. Front football. Can they milk the penalty? Yes.
Get back, get back,
Referee Pazani agrees. Fantastic scrum by the Golden Lions women team.
What are we doing? Another scrum, same mark. Scrum.
And a la the Springboks, the Golden Lions women's team saying they want to scrum again. It has been their biggest weapon in this Pick and Pay Ladies Super League so far this year. They have probably had the best scrum pack and scrum performance of all the ladies teams so far. And good to see that they are going to use that weapon.
Crouch. Bind.
It was a big talking point from the coaches, Timmy Goodwin, Sipue and Guane on the side of the Lions team. They spoke about this in the week, that their scrums will have to be one of their biggest weapons. So far it is working out for them.
Crouch.
Bulls are leading 7-0 after that fantastic opening try by the speedster Sarah Mokwebo.
Set.
Potgieter feeding the ball. Bulls trying their level best to make sure that the Lions does not get that advantage, but the referee says they can. Not the best pass, but they were playing with advantage. Not a good start for the pack of forwards of the Bulls Daisies. This time around, Captain Xoliswa Kuzwayo asking Rumandi Potgieter to put this ball as far downfield as she can, and a good kick by the Golden Lions scrum half. First real attacking
first line out. Yeah.
position for this Lions teams.
get your meter, get your meter. Get your meter, get your meter.
Can constantly hear the referee talking to both teams, making sure that the Lions don't take too much time. First time for Kamogelo Tloloi to put the ball in under pressure from the Daisies, not making it easy, trying to take away quality ball from this Lions side, and then a mistake as the ball gets knocked on, and that's unfortunate for the Golden Lions. Trying to get one of their big runners involved in the game, and Tsabi Singh Monyamore, the number 5 on the back. The referee's all in good spirit.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
A defensive scrum for the Bulls Daisies on their knees, and the referee awarding the Lions for continuous scrum pressure.
Collapsing.
Question now, do they go for the poles? Do they go for the line?
Poles.
And we have our answer, Romandi Potgieter immediately indicating to the referee Pazani. She's going to go for poles. Trying to get that gap a little bit closer from 7-0, possibly up to 7-3. Not the easiest kick in the world. Coach Timmy Goodwin from the Lions. Potgieter hits the ball very well, unfortunately just to the left.
22.
Both the assistant referees, Jana Faljoen and Richard O'Neill, flags stay down. But some pressure applied by the Lions team.
Behind the kicker, please. Behind the kicker. Let's use it.
Short kick off by the Bulls Daisies. Nobody there for the Lions. They are finding oodles of space. And that is dangerous for the Lions. Taken down and with some good defense by Tabi Singh. Kalane. Short pass. Almost looks slightly forward, but the referee in a very good position, allowing play to continue. Bulls Daisies getting over the halfway line. Almost laughably easy.
Careful there too. Watch your entry.
Nice and deep by the back line. Hand to hand. Dummy pass. But the 8th man for the Lions with good defense, Ntsako Mbombi. Now some of the burly ladies getting involved, but good counter by the Lions. Ntombi able to steal that ball for the Lions. And good turnover by the ladies from Johannesburg. Nice and straight running by Sharon Baloy,
Lost.
affectionately known as Panda. And a good short ball to the inside center, Sianole Makamba. First time we've seen her. Slightly indecisive by the Lions, kicking the ball away. And it seems they haven't learnt their lesson yet. Putting the ball into the hands of Mokwebo, first try scorer of the game. Very dangerous. Bulls making their way over that line again. First the ball, unfortunately knocked on. It was knocked back first by one of the Bulls players. It looks like it might have been Faith Chauke. Also a Springbok women's player, Faith Chauke.
Ladies.
She's one of 7 Springbok ladies in this Blue Bulls side playing on the field today. As I mentioned earlier, Livy Janssen van Rensburg, she's the captain of the SA team. She's not even playing today, and 1 or 2 other ladies not on the field for the Blue Bulls.
Crouch.
The Bulls Daisies rather.
Bind.
But one thing they will need to sort out this Bulls Daisies team is the scrums.
It's okay.
Timing very important in the scrums. Lady standing up there in the front row. Referee still allowing it to continue. You can see the power coming from the red and white stripes. Romandi Potgieter's kicks charged down.
Captain. Captain,
Let's listen to the referee.
we've had about 4 penalties in the scrum, yeah? We've had 4 penalties in the scrum. Other people are popping up, or we are not staying in the contest, or we're collapsing. Just talk to them to work harder in their scrums, yeah? Yeah, please.
So an official talking to by the referee, Pazani.
Scrum.
And you can see this Lions team, they have smelt blood in the scrums. They want to do whatever they can to get as much advantage from this set piece that is working so well for them.
Contest. Don't drive up, drive through, please.
Some of the Varsity Cup ladies from
Shoulders out, shoulders
University of Pretoria.
Crouch.
UP Tucks, or Up Tucks, as they are known in the Varsity Cup. Also here in the stands today watching.
Keep it up, stay in the contest.
You can hear a lot of talking in the scrums, and then another penalty.
Captain, warning, after this, someone has to go.
Well, referee Pazani running out of patience. She did warn them, and now she officially said next person who does transgress in a scrum for the Bulls Daisies will be taking a seat for 10 minutes. A wonderful kick by Rumandi Potgieter to the opposite side of the field. Last 5-6 minutes, it's the Lions applying all the pressure. And the Bulls Daisies, well, they'll have to be clever and make sure that they do not give scrums away to this Lions pack.
Stay there, stay.
Throw in by the Lions. Good work by Kamogelo Tlaloi, the hooker, but stolen, unfortunately, from Mbombi, the 8th man.
Scrum. On the 15. Sorry. We're here. Ladies, we're here. Knock on.
Blue Bulls lock Deneo Ndlovu, number 4. Hopping on one leg like she had a little bit of an injury on that right side of her leg. But showing away the medics and saying she's ready to scrum. As much as the Blue Bulls have the advantage of putting the ball into the scrum, I'm not sure this is what they want inside the 22. Better scrum by the Bulls.
9. Stay.
Much better scrum.
Stay in front. You're all in front. Stay.
Ball kick down the field. Lions allowing it to bounce. That might be costly. And almost getting away. The speedster on the Lions side. Makwebo. First try for the Blue Bulls scored by their number 11 to Bile Msizazwe. Like I said, extremely fast. She's also part of the emerging Daisies team. One of 4 ladies that got drafted in to the open side this season.
Sit. Stay 9.
Ball out by Kamalita Malone. And then sent downfield by the inside center, the outside center, Yaki Salia. Another Springbok women's player, and you can see the quality of that kick. Making sure it takes grass, lands inside the 22 of the Golden Lions. And rolling out about 15 meters from the Golden Lions try line. Score still 7-0. Unfortunately for the Golden Lions women's team, no scores yet for all the pressure that they have applied.
Get your mark over here.
Bulls will be feeling there might be points on the board here for them. Up for offer.
Stay.
Back ball, move to the front by the Bulls. She won't be stopped. And it is the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. Almost too easy. Getting over the try line, scoring their second 5-pointer of the game. And just look at that innovative play.
Through here.
Very, very well done. That ball was played from the top by Dineo Ndlovu, the number 4 lock of the Blue Bulls, the Bulls Daisies. And I'll try to confirm, but it looked to me like Yonela Ntsinkolo, the loose-head prop who dove over for the 5-pointer. Can there be extra points from the boot of Celia? No. Flag stay down, but let's have a look at that again. Very well done. It's by the number 5 lock, Vaina Ubisi, the captain, and then played into the middle. Some suspect defense by the Lions team in the line-out. And they will have to plug those holes because at the moment it has cost them another 5 points. 12-0 for the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. Potgieter from the middle line. Well taken from the air. Way too much time given by the Lions to the Bulls to run at them. Eventually taken down. Malone gets the ball out to Tauke. Now the time for the back line. They had numbers over. Referee says the ball was lost backwards, then picked up by Tauke. And then unfortunately, it was ultimately lost forward by the, I think it was the right wing, Shanique Alexander. Hasn't had much chance today. We'll be hoping to see more of her in the second half.
Shoulder out, shoulder out, shoulder out. Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Scrum platform has been good for the Lions. Again, good feed. You can see the Bulls hooker not even trying to hook. She has to keep her feet on the ground. Needing all 16 feet to push. Nice little move by the back line of the Golden Lions. Good hand-to-hand. Now they just need to keep that ball protected. Straightened up well by the fullback. Sipumelele Shaki Mdlalose. And then the intercept. Is she going to go all the way? Is there somebody from the Lions who can catch her? I don't think so. And this will be another 5 points. You can hear the crowd going wild. And well done to Kamalite Malone. The very nippy scrum off. She kept her eyes on the ball. And isn't that what your coach wants? Always keep your eye on the ball. Malone picking it up off the floor, off her bootlaces. And then there was only one way, and that was straight underneath the poles. Third try for the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. And that scoreline starting to look quite bad for the Lions. And a fairly easy kicked over. And the faithful here, Loftus Versfeld, they are getting into the vibe. And why not? Their team is leading by 19 points to 0. In a big way, thanks to this young lady, Kamalita Malone. She's playing against a former Springbok in the form of Rumandi Potgieter. Extra points added by Yaki Celia. Better kick off by the Lions.
Ball is available, use it.
Malone having to do some mining to get that ball out. Can hear the referee constantly talking to them. A nice bullocking run by one of the forwards of the Blue Bulls. The Daisies are now again space found, and I think the Bulls are going to make life very tough for this back line. of the Lions.
Get on, get on.
Way too easy to get through there. I think this time it was Shanique Alexander. Lions ladies trying to hold up the Bulls Daisies. Not successful. Malone playing the open side. And then the ball lost. Referee playing advantage.
Advantage over.
Chance for the Lions. She says advantage is over. Good run by the flyer of Ntabi Singh Kalane.
First player tackle, release please.
And then the Lions players
You're
not getting to the
tackler,
breakdown
release.
quick enough. Kalane having to hold on to the ball. And unfortunately, referee Pazani not missing much today. And for all their endeavor, Lions under the cosh again. With a very good kick by Celia into the corner.
Lions, your mark. Get your meter.
This line out to the Bulls. Looking ominous for the Golden Lions women team.
Stay.
Quality ball brought down from the top. This time it's the forwards that say they want to see if they can push over the try line. They're going to do it quite easily, and the Bulls are in for their 4th try of this match.
Just careful not to walk
Fantastic
around the ball.
work by the forwards. Comfortable ball at the top. The Lions opting not to try and steal the ball, putting bodies into that loose ruck, but unfortunately for them, it's not enough. And the Bulls go crashing over. And that score, 24-0. And it's not half-time yet. Looking very, very tight for the Golden Lions. If I'm not mistaken, that try was scored by the tight head prop Aziza Mkiva. Lots of power in this Bulls Daisy side. Celia squaring up the poles, but pushes it right again. Can't add the extra 2. But just look at this Bulls backer forwards. They knew exactly what they were going to do. Aziza Mkiva at the back.
Stop coming.
The tight head prop pushing in, and then the ball to one of the teammates. Could have been Talelwa Deliza. We will try and confirm. It was the hooker, Talelwa Deliza. My apologies. Talelwa Deliza with the 4th try for the Bulls Daisies. This light blue team's seemingly beating at least 1 to 2 tackles every time one of the ladies straightens up. Look at that. Again, found the gap. Finds a teammate on the outside. She opts to come back inside. Good run. Eventually we see her. Shanique Alexander. Malone out to the midfield. Lions team being stretched from side to side. Lucette Prot.
Use it 9.
Yonela Ntinkola. And there's our try scorer, Deliza. Making life hard for this red and white visitor team from Johannesburg. Good defense though there by number 6, Areta Tomo. Too much ball for the Bulls Daisies. Golden Lions hanging on by a thread. Good run by the scrum half, but the Bulls are going to dive over again. 5th try before the halftime siren. And danger lights flashing for the Golden Lions team. Look at that funky little step by Kamalita Malone. Diving over. And this Bulls team absolutely rampant at the moment.
Thank you.
Celia getting some good kicking practice in. And Probably here. Some jet fighters doing maneuvers, and that ball maneuvering off to the left of the left upright. So the points not added by Celia. But not looking good for the Golden Lions, ladies. 29-0. You mentioned earlier they applied a lot of pressure in the 13th, 14th minute of this first half, but they couldn't capitalize, couldn't turn it into points. And at the moment, Rolandi Potgieter having to kick off for the 5th time from the halfway mark. Nice hanging kick. Again taken in by the Bulls. Good protection of the ball. And then just some straight running. This Lions team will have to front up if they want to keep that score down today.
Stay.
Kick to the side. Can work for the Daisies. But one bounce and the sideline winning this contest. It's going to be a line out to the Lions, but they'll have to do their level best to get out of their half as quick as they can. Innovative little kick by the inside center, Naima Tlatswayo. Kamogelo Tloloi to feed the line.
Stay.
Good line out by the Golden Lions. Potgieter out to the number 7, Flanker Provia Mashiane. Haven't seen much of her today. Then the ball stolen by the Bulls.
Roll away, roll.
Not making friends in that contact, that's for sure. Short ball, very well taken. One of the Lions players who's been
Get on.
defending very well, Ntabi Singh Kalane, the fly off. But still the gaps appearing.
Roll.
Deliza, the hooker for the Bulls.
Yes, first player, play on.
Stolen by the flanker Areta Tomo. Saved by Areta Tomo, should I rather say. Bulls were on their way to the try line. Not looking good.
Lions, your mark.
But then Areta Tomo fronting up, making sure that the Lions can get out of their 22. Line out signal given by Yonele Ntingolo to the hooker, Deliza.
Stay.
Back ball. This Bulls team's not afraid to really fire the ball out into the backside of the line out. And again, over that advantage line. Easy rugby by the Bulls Daisies. There should be space. Malone goes by herself. And she affects the 6th try for the Bulls Daisies. Her 2nd of this match. Kamalita Malone. The flags are waving. But the Bulls Daisies finding way too much space and open gaps in the midfield. Golden Lions, I'll have to have a serious talk at halftime and shore up those defenses. Because at the moment, the Bulls Daisies running through it well. Celia unfortunately missing that one, but the score 34-0 as we watch the Bulls Daisies. There's always a player there, clears out first, making sure that Malone can get quality ball, that the Lions can't slow the ball down. They've been very successful at that, and that did give the chance to Malone in this stage of the game to dive over just before halftime. Golden Lions ladies team who've been using the Alberton Rugby Club as their base Let's see if they can pull one out of the fire. That ball being allowed to bounce.
Roll away, Red!
Ball available again. Salio went in. Little bit of luck. But the Bulls will take it. And that ball rolling out to the dismay of the left winger, Sarah Mokwebo of the Lions. Can only stand by and watch it roll out.
Open up, open up, open.
Assistant referee on this near side of the field, Richard O'Neill. On his post.
Stay on your mark, Bulls. Stay on your mark, stay on your mark.
Can you hear the referee,
Let's go,
Precious Pazani,
Lions!
telling the Lions to hurry up. Let's go today, she says. Short line by the Golden Lions. Let's see if this can work for them. Lineouts haven't been a big problem for the Lions. Front ball, but it's women and ball at the same time.
Not 5.
And to add insult to injury, it's going to be a free kick to the Bulls Daisies, because that ball did not travel 5 meters. And for the innovation of this Golden Lions women's team, unfortunately, nothing wants to work for them. Malone. Heads up, running it straight. The loose head prop, Yonela Ntigolo. Malone again into the midfield. Now hands. They've got numbers over. Do the Bulls Daisies. And the speed on the outside is going to beat everyone. Yes, it is. Try number 7. Number 2 for Tobile Msizazwe, the emerging Daisy. And she's emerging as a top try scorer in this competition. 2 tries so far today. But just look at that good hand-to-hand. Who else is there? None other than Faith Tsauke, the number 7 flank. She's been everywhere on this field for the Bulls Daisies. Last link between her and Tobile Msizazwe. And by now we know if she gets the ball, Msizazwe, there's only one way, and that's try line. Celia, difficult kick from the sideline. And it's a great kick for Celia. Seems the more difficult it gets, the better she gets hold of that ball. Ho, baby, blow Daisies. Yeah. At this stage, very easy to ho, baby, blow Daisies. Score 39-0. Potgieter for the umpteenth time having to do the kickoff. Good pressure applied by the right wing of the Lions. Gabriela Terblanche hasn't had ball in hand at all today. That's Terblanche. But she might have to do some cover defense. Good tackle by number 22 for the Lions. Kristen Cox is on the field as well. This Lions team have to get off that defensive line a lot quicker if they want to keep this Bulls Daisies team back. Malone spotting another hole in the defense. Finding teammate on the inside. Faith Chauke. Faith is everywhere today.
Keep retreating, Captain.
You can hear the referee calling back the Lions. They're offsides.
Roll away.
Well done to the Lions to get onside, but the Bulls are rolling. The steam train in blue is still going. Salier with a skip pass. Well straightened up by the Daisies. Try line winking at them again.
No play on.
Good handoff.
Tackle.
And then some good defense by the Lions eventually. Pushing back. Another good tackle. But they need to hold on. It's the very big and strong Yonela Ntingolo.
Please roll away.
Defense. I think the Lions are offside, but doesn't matter as the Blue Bulls Daisies run through at ease. This time, it's the tall and lanky Vaina Ubisi, the captain, getting her first try of this match, and the 8th in total for the Bulls Daisies.
Your mark?
I must say the scrum of Maloney making this game very fast, extremely quick on the ball. She knows that the Lions team are tiring. They've had to defend all first half. And I think those legs tired from crossing the Yukske River all the way into Pretoria. Celia successfully slots her 4th conversion in this first half. And the Bulls with a very, very comfortable lead of 46 points to 0. As we see the captain, Ubisi, literally jogging through the defense of the Lions. Placing the ball behind the posts here in Pretoria. Loftus Versfeld that she knows so well. Potgieter with a nice hanging kick. Only one Lions teammate chasing up, and the aftermath is that of defenders lying everywhere. The Bulls are rampant. They can smell a big score. They did put 100 on the scoreboard.
Run away!
Against the border. Looks like they're trying to do the same with this Lions ladies team. Great interplay by the forwards. Defenders falling off. That last ball not going to end, but well picked up. Laid back. But will that defense be enough? Nice skip pass over the top. And again, easily run in by the left wing. Tobile Msizazwe. And she says, thank you very much. That'll be my 3rd try in this first half. Bulls finding way too much space, but doing very well to do it all on the front foot. They press up as a team should. Try and beat the defender. And then if there is no other option, they try and seek out somebody in a better position. Masterclass in attacking play for any coach, this Bulls Daisies team. Most difficult kick for Celia so far today. This ball, it's high, but it's to the right, and that is the halftime score. 53-0 in favor of the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. The Golden Lions women's team, unfortunately, no score for all the effort. But stay tuned. We'll be back in the second half soon. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. Cool.
Some highlights of the first half, and there are many for the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. That is none, unfortunately, for the Golden Lions women. This was the 3rd try that was scored extremely easily by Tsolelwa Deliza, the hooker for the Bulls Daisies. Some innovative play there in the line-out, and then a loose ball picked up by the very, very quick Kamalita Malone, the scrum half. And you can see from the moment she grabbed that ball, there was only one way, and that is the Daisies' way. they've got a saying, bloom like a daisy, break like a bull. And they broke through the defense at will at some stages of this game. Here you can see the driving maul. Also a weapon that they had not used until this stage. And it worked like a charm for the Bulls Daisies. Then Malone again wreaking havoc. And the Bulls racking up a total of 8 tries in that first half. But we'll be back just after this.
Hi, Libby, how are you?
No, very good. Can't complain. It's beautiful weather. The rugby's beautiful. It's a great time for women's rugby.
Oh, that's good. It's just I want to have a chat about the Pick and Pay Women's League. Just want to check with you. You've been doing this now for 3 years, and what keeps you guys motivated? Because you've been going on and going on. What keeps the team motivated and you guys motivated?
I think the biggest thing for our team is just the growth that we've seen in women's rugby in South Africa. You know, from where we started that first year being a professional team to now, you can see the skills of the ladies have improved throughout the whole league, actually. The fans that are coming out to the stadiums, you know, it's really, there is growth. And you can see Women's Varsity Cup, the club leagues in Pretoria, everything is growing. And I think that's what really keeps us going.
Yes, thank you. I'm talking about growth. Tell me, where do you see the growth of women's rugby in South Africa in the next 3 to 5 years?
Look, I think in the next 2 to 5 years, we are going to have such good player depth. Like I say, we have so many junior leagues starting now. Ladies are starting to play at a much younger age, and that's what we need to strengthen our national side in the end of the day. You know, we need that depth, the same as the men. They've been building that depth for years now. So I think in the next couple of years, we should be in a good place.
Thank you so much. Looking at the young girls that are around here, if you have a message for them, looking at girls that might want to be part of this beautiful league and also wants to see themselves playing some test series, what message do you have for them today?
I think the one thing I have to say is keep working hard. It's not easy. It's tough out there. It's hot. It's hard rugby. But if you believe in yourself and you trust your abilities, anything is possible.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
And welcome back. We're here for the second half in Pretoria at Loftus Versfeld. The Isuzu Bulls Daisies playing against the Golden Lions women's team from Johannesburg. And you can immediately see the hair waving everywhere. That's how hard these tackles are today. The Bulls Daisies ahead by 53 points to 0. A very comfortable lead. Good take by the 8th man of the Lions, Mbombi. She's been good for this Lions team. On the field now, number 23, Kanyasile Ntai, trying her best to get over the advantage line. Taken up by the lock, Nolutsando Kumalo. Better by the Lions team. Also a new scrum off on the field. Ball taken out to the left wing, Sarah Mokwebo, coming and looking for work. And then a good little kick pass here to the bottom side of the field. Is that a 50-22? We'll have to wait and see what the referee says. Precious Pazani. Not a 50-22. She's just checking. That first half very successful for the Bulls. Total of 8 tries run in by this blue team. Nice crowd trickling in here. Of course, the main game after this at 2 o'clock will be the Bulls men playing against Cardiff. No surprise there. The Lions team saying they want to scrum. It's the one little point of light that they've had in this game so far. A very, very good scrum by the Lions team. Bulls Daisies, one area where they might want to pay attention. Referee Precious Pazani, 36 years old. Her highlight of her career last year, she was the first ever African woman that is non-South African that was invited to the Women's Rugby World Cup 2025 that took place in England. She was on the sideline for games between the USA and Australia, South Africa and Italy. And she said it was absolutely the highlight of her career. Coaches basketball and rugby at a private school in Zimbabwe. Very experienced, and she is assisted by the 2 assistant referees, Richard O'Neill and Jana Viljoen. Quickly have a look at a few results from earlier in the season. The Bulls Daisies beating the Free State Ladies in their last game 52-9. That was on the 21st of March. On the 14th of March, they beat the EP Queens by 71 points to 5, racking up massive scores. On the 7th of March, the game before that, they took on the Western Province Ladies at home, and they absolutely comatose them with a score of 50 points to 22. The Bulls Daisies having a very successful tournament so far. Lions team started out slowly, losing their first 2 games, but then they were able to beat the Free State 48-32, and then the Border Ladies by 32 points to 7.
Let's go crouch. Bye.
At the moment, 53-0, not looking good for the Lions.
Set.
Changes on the side of the Lions. Ramandi Potgieter also off the field. She's been replaced by Ntombi Zonke Seti. And a good scrum by the Bulls. First penalty of this entire game.
Let's go 9, we're over here.
So whatever the coaches of the Bulls Daisy said at halftime, that's now Zane Jordan and Bongiwe Ntleko. It helped. It made a difference. And that ball not out, being played by the number 23, Kanyasile Ntai.
You're over here, line. Your mark.
Bit of a flying kick there from the number 23, but she was under pressure. Not a bad option. Also kind of a new look Bulls Daisies team. Couple of replacements. That back ball in the line out has given them lots of front foot ball to work with. Just look at the Daisies go. Malone looking for the ball. Nice and deep to the back line. Now straightening it up very well. Outside centre being playing. She's played very well. Yaki Salia and Naima Tlatswayu. Salia now off the field. Try and confirm who she was replaced by. Malone choosing the short side, coming back inside again, the Bulls. Getting rid of that first part of the Lions defense. Running it up, it's Chauke. She finds a teammate on her left shoulder. Vaina Ubisi scored one try in that first half.
Advantage.
Out to the side, referee's playing advantage to the Daisies, but she's not going to need it. She dives over for the first try of the second half. Referee Pazani having a chat with number 11, Mokwebo of the Lions. She's been really trying very hard everywhere on defense. But let's look at this try. Malone picking the short side again, third time in a row.
Your mark is a 5.
And then, despite the attention of 3 Lions players, it's the Bulls diving over for the 9th try in this Pick and Pay Women's Super League Round 7 match.
Seconds.
Looks like Mpupa is now on the field. It's a low kick. Not her best. Zintle Mpupa. Also a Springbok women's player. Now just look again. Foresight from the scrum half, making sure that they take the ball to the open spaces. Straightened up very well by Zintle Mpupa, the number 22. She's in place of Yaki Salia and immediately makes her presence felt.
Let's go, ladies. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No.
Golden Lions ladies taking their time to get to the halfway mark.
It's okay, let's play. She's getting attended to, she can come back.
It looks like the normal kicker for the Lions team is getting some attention. I think it's Kristen Cox. And then a good run.
Get inside!
By the Bulls. I think it is Bronisha, yes, number 20 that's on the field for the Daisies. Watch her, watch this lady. I had the privilege of seeing her at the Under-20 Women's Week last year, 2025, and she is an absolute wrecking ball. One of the Bulls getting in front of her teammate, Yonela Ntingolo, but making sure she doesn't impact on the play. Good run there by number 16 as well, who's on the field, Doreen Mkabele. New hooker for the Daisies. Bulls getting rid of those Lions trying to steal the ball. Lions are offsides, but the Bulls running very well. Can she go all the way? No. Cross the fence from the Golden Lions. Catching her about 10 meters from the try line, but there's still a lot of problems for the Lions. Cut back inside, and it's the Bulls over.
Okay, no try. Forward.
And unfortunately, that try going to be disallowed.
Pass.
You can see there's a little bit of dismay in the faces of the Bulls ladies. That would have been try number 10 for the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. But the pass was forward, says the referee. She's had a fantastic game, the referee, Precious Pazani. And from where we are sitting, easily missed that forward pass. The referee nicely in line. And a get out of jail card free for the Golden Lions ladies. As one of their players is getting some attention, it looks like the 8th man, Nsako Mbombi. She's really tried hard for the Golden Lions today. She stuck up her hand, not only on attack, the very little attack that the Lions have had, but she has defended like an absolute Trojan. These two teams, when they met in 2025, it was the Isuzu Bulls Daisies who came away with a win. That was in 8th of March last year, 71-5. The Lions will want to make sure that they improve on that.
Set.
But first, they need to get out of their 22. Lots of chatter in that scrum. First off, the scrums belonged to the Golden Lions women's team.
The buns, let's stay stable, okay? Yeah.
They had a crunching first half. But the last scrum, the first one of the second half, it was a penalty to the Bulls Daisies.
Set.
And the Golden Lions will hope they have not lost that platform.
Use it, 9, use it.
A very good scrum by the Golden Lions. Maybe they heard me. Trying to run the ball up is the fly off to Ntabi Singh Kalane. One of the Bulls there have stolen the ball. Trying to hold it up. Not able to do so. Malone. Pranisha S. Ball going to the winger. And they're going to run over for the 10th try and the 4th try in total for Tobile Msizazwe. I think after this game, she's not an emerging Daisy anymore. She is now a fully fledged and blooming Daisy.
Mark here. Yeah.
The would-be tacklers, Kanyasile in time, number 23, not getting there in time. We've seen how fast Msizazwe is. Golden Lions team just do not have an answer for the quality of attacking ball. First of all, that the Bulls can manufacture, and second of all, what they do with it. Zintle Mpupa, unsuccessful with the first conversion. Can she put this one over? Yes, she can.
Yeah, sure.
2 extra points to the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. 65-0. Branisha S.
You also give me good pictures. So
Not showing that she cannot just run over defenders, but she can also pass the ball and getting it to a teammate who's in a better position. Very well coached, this Blue Bulls team by Zenay Jordan. Zenay Jordan herself, former
Let's go.
Springbok women's player. In 2014, she went to the World Cup. If I'm not mistaken, she played fly-off for the Springbok women's team.
Let's go.
So no wonder that the Isuzu Bulls Daisies have got such a good attacking prowess.
Let's go.
Golden Lions with the kickoff. It looks like they flanker Provia Mashiane doing the kickoffs now. Branisha S. Making enemies, taking numbers. Straight up the midfield go the Bulls Daisies. Picked up, spread out by Mtlatin Kumishe for the Bulls. Almost like a jujitsu tackle there by one of the Lions ladies. More abrasive approach by this kettle of replacements that the Bulls are brought onto the field, but nonetheless working well. Good appreciation of the laws. Letting the ball go, picking it up again after she got up.
Sorry.
And then, oh, I think that was a little bit naughty by the number 21, Maslatse Nkomishe. Using the referee as a target practice. But again, the referee Precious Pazani, very well versed in the rules. It'll be a scrum to the Bulls.
Stay tight, ladies, stay tight.
And
Lucy,
Kumisha
stay
to
tight.
put the ball in.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Interesting, the whole back line for the Bulls Daisies lined up to the left. And that's also where Kumisha takes the ball. First defender beaten. Almost too easy by the Daisies. Again, the ball let go, picked up.
Get on.
Now inside the 22 of the Lions. Straight running by the lanky number 6, Sizofile Solonzi. Also a Springbok women's player. Straight running by Sanalisiwe Charlie. Another Springbok player for the Bulls. Short pass, referee nicely in line.
Okay.
And says it was forward. I almost want to say luckily for the Golden Lions women. It was the try line winking there in the backdrop. Probably 25 meters away. Could have been trouble for the red and white team from Johannesburg. Pretoria faithful coming in now into the stadium for the big game after this. At 2 o'clock, the Blue Bulls men playing against Cardiff.
Keep it stable, keep it stable, keep it stable.
Lions under pressure. Look at that Bulls scrum. They need to get the ball out.
Come around, use it. Walking around. Walking around.
Bulls having to resort to tricks in the scrum. But the referee not about to be caught out. Says they walked around. Is this ball out? Yes, it is. And a decent kick by the Golden Lions.
Just wait, time off. Yeah. Lions on the line. Bulls, you out.
Number 22, I believe, who kicked that ball, Kristen Cox.
Substitutions.
Also now on the field, number 18 coming on, Poppy Budzwa.
Let's play, ladies, let's play, let's play.
Replacing one of her teammates. Short line out has worked for the Lions.
Knock on advantage.
But just as I say that, I put the blockers on them.
Knock on. We play the first knock in the line out by Lions.
Budzwa in place of number 6, Areta Tomo.
Mark here, mark here. Yeah, it's a scrum. Yeah, it's a knock on in the line out.
Tomo, who had a first half of ups and downs. Not much to write home about in terms of attack. But she really did her part for the Golden Lions in terms of defense.
Move up a little, move up a little, move up. I want your shoulder out, shoulder out. Crouch. Bind. Set.
And Tobizonke Seti, number 21 for the Lions at scrum off. She'll have to be very awake, because this Lions scrum looks like they want to get a tight head. Almost for the ladies.
Mark here. Coming closer. Yeah.
Must say the vibe here at Loftus Versfeld today, very, very good. Lots of people that you don't see in the stands that I can see from where I'm sitting. My vantage point looks like a lot of people dancing.
Crouch.
Tight game up later
Bind.
for the Bulls.
Set. Keep it stable.
But first, the Bulls Daisies feeding the scrum. Brunisha is picking the ball up. Might have been slightly forward, but the referee unseen on the other side of the scrum.
Get outside.
Bulls making sure they get over that ball. Still a little bit of luck. Picking up the ball on the bootlaces. Holding on for dear life is the number 2, the hooker for the Lions, Kamogelo Tloloe. Captain Vaina Ubisi making sure the Lions have to wrestle her to the floor. Right hand side. That's the team plan.
Let's use it.
Pick and go from the forwards. We haven't seen this since the first half. Good work for the Bulls Daisies. Defense by Tlolue again, the hooker for the Lions, leading from the front.
Use it.
Hess being tackled back. But the ball picked up by Sanelisiwe Charlie.
Stay on.
Looks like the forwards want to rumble with the ball. You can see the try line in the background. Bronisha Hess. Another bullocking run down the side. And then some space worked out by the other side. And then the Bulls that go over for their, believe it or not, 11th try. And you can see the Bulls Daisies, they were picking at that left side of the field as the Lions stand. Kept on picking until there were cracks in the defense. And eventually, Golden Lions ladies couldn't patch all of those cracks.
Thank you.
And try number 11 for the Bulls Daisies.
Seconds.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the second try for Sanelisiwe Charlie.
10.
Referee counting down the shot clock, putting a little bit of pressure on the kicker, but it makes no difference. And a second conversion for this game, Zintle Mpupa. And there you can see it's just power, pure power. And some tired defense by the Golden Lions.
Let's go, ladies. Okay, sure.
Again, quite interesting to see. It's the number 7 flank, Provia Mashilane. Kicking for the Golden Lions. Slight mistake by the Bulls Daisies. The first from a kickoff, I have to say.
No.
They have been quite good. And a light-hearted moment. You can hear the referee laughing in the background. One of the Golden Lions ladies trying to convince her it was a free kick. Unfortunately, it was not. It's going to be a scrum. Can the Lions get their first points of this
Stay tight.
very, very tough match
Crouch.
in minute number 56?
Bind.
Nice little short side to work with for
Sit.
Ntobizonke Seti. First they need to win the scrum.
Use it,
The
man.
call is a fire. Picked up by the 8th man. Nkalane, fly off. Being asked to make the hard meters. You can see the Bulls
Let's use it.
fanning out on defense,
Use
not
it.
putting numbers into that breakdown. Picked up by number 22, Kristen Cox. Hard work by number 18, Poppy Budzwa.
No, it's okay.
The Bulls defenders
No ruck formed.
having none of the breakdown. They're all fanning out, standing ready for the defense.
Pillars offside.
Even at 72-0, they still want to defend their try line and make sure that this Lions team does not cross. Lions team getting together now as a pack.
Back blue.
Great defense. Probably by the captain, Ubisi, yes. Lions having to
Okay, no
restart.
advantage. Offside. Pillars 18. And 18. 17, 18 blue offside. Pillars, please.
Good explanation
Pillars,
by
let's work
referee
hard, get
Pazani. Pillars being offsides.
What are we doing? Captain?
Tap and go seems to be the only way forward. Ball given to the fresh legs of Budzwa.
No, pillars.
She's been industrious since she's come onto the field. Pradisha is unfortunately going off sides. Ball not lifted.
Okay, no advantage. Off feet and knock on. Offside. Captain, warning. Last man's feet, captain, warning.
Bulls Daisies now being warned. Third penalty in a short space of time. Taken up by Nolutando Kumalo, and the Lions diving over for their first score of this game. Well done to the Lucid prop Xoliswa Kuzwayo, leading from the front as a captain should. Controlled aggression by the ladies in red, and then very nicely spotted as the momentum was drifting to the short side. Picked up the ball behind that loose ruck, headed off in the opposite direction, caught the ladies in blue off guard, and the first points of the game to the Golden Lions women's team. Cox with a kick, off to the right unfortunately, but the Lions getting themselves on the scoreboard late in the 59th minute of this game. Some good straight running by Nolutando Kumalu, the number 4 lock, never gave up in this game. And then the only Springbok women's representative for the senior side in the Lions team, Xoliswa Kuzwayo, diving over for a moment of glory. Sloppy play by the Lions ladies.
14 has to go out first. 14 has to go out. Over there.
Luckily for Mbombi, the 8th man of the Lions, one of the Bulls Daisies, not moving out of the ruck area quick enough, getting penalized, and Kristen Cox can send the Golden Lions downfield. A little bit of relief. Hooker being replaced. Good game by Kamogelo Tlolui. Mentioned her name a lot on the defense especially. She's being replaced by Anele Dumela. Dumela first throw in. Very good. Well plucked out of the air by Mbombi. Good little fake pass. Getting the ball on the back foot, having to turn around. Doing well to protect the ball is Mashiani. Show and go. But the defense by the Daisies still very good. On their own 10-meter line is the captain Kuzwayo. Finding some support on her left shoulder. Taken off by Dlabane, Nikita Dlabane. Also getting her time on the field. Well, quite clearly the referee, Pazani.
Put on side. Options, scrum or penalty where they went offside. Scrum where they kicked or penalty where they went offside. Penalty.
Quite clearly, referee Pazani telling the Lions a bunch of them were offsides after the ball was kicked. The ladies not hearing her, staying offside, and now the Bulls with a chance to make back that 5 points they lost. Flag going up from the assistant referee, number 1 today, Jana Falyun. Going to be interesting to see, are the Bulls going to call a full line out or short, this close to the try line. Short line out is the option. They've been quite successful so far with the line outs of the Bulls. Driving maul worked well. They scored a try from this in the first half, and they scored a second in the second half. Well done to the Bulls Daisies. And it seems no matter which players are on the field, they are all very well coached. getting those strong legs pumping. And the Lions can only watch as the Daisies dive over for try number 12. Might have been Doreen Capella, the replacement hooker, that went over for that try. Shaving it close for the shot clock. Is Intle Mpupa missing that one. But just look at this driving maul by the Bulls Daisies. Unstoppable. Bronisha is helping her teammate over the try line. But it almost looked like unnecessary energy being spent. Powerful, precise, and worth 77 points so far in this game, the performance of the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. Some more kickoff practice for Mashiane this time. Nice deep kick, but it's giving time to the Daisies to run at them. Lions not learning their lessons. Interesting. Advantage for a hair pull by the referee. Ubisi
No advantage. Hair pull.
running hard. Might have been a head collision in that takedown. I hope the ladies are okay.
Time off. Yeah, that's
Replacement bench for the Golden Lions looking a little bit dejected. Can't blame them at this stage. Score 77-5. Not what the Golden Lions would have wanted at this stage of the Pick and Pay Ladies Super League tournament. Isuzu Bulls Daisies,
Do you think she'll be able to continue?
they had their jerseys handed over to them in the week by the head coach of the ladies netball, the SA netball side, Coach Van Wyk. A week ago, before their game against the Free State, they actually had their jerseys handed over to them by the former Free State and Springbok, Opa Mahoje. So good inspiration for this Bulls Daisy side. Unfortunately, looks like Kamogelo Tloloi, the hooker for the Golden Lions, having to leave the field. That left arm looking a little bit tender. She had a very good game. I think she can hold her head high.
Fuka is off. Okay, time back on. Yeah.
Being replaced by the very young Amarachi Eze. An interesting kickoff there by the Bulls Daisies.
Yeah.
Lions allowing it to bounce in field inside the 22, which means
Get it.
it's a Bulls ball, but well stolen by Ntsako Mbombi. She's been a stalwart for this Golden Lions team on the back
Taken
foot
back.
all game long. Slight mistake by the Golden Lions ladies, unfortunately. The ball was taken back into the
Time off.
22.
Substitution. Hold it. We've got a player down.
And kicked out directly by Ntabising Kalane. Fly off for the Golden Lions, which means it's going to be another Blue Bulls put in just inside the 22. Interesting player, Ntabising Kalane. So far before this game, she made 173 meters, leading meters made in the Golden Lions team. She also made 14 tackles. She had 6 carries, she beat 4 defenders, forced 2 turnovers, and had 1 successful offload, which led to a try. Golden Lions looking at her for some kind of inspiration. Unfortunately, the 8th man, Ntsako Mbombi, not looking very happy. It'll be very sad if she had to leave the field. One of the standout players in this Golden Lions side today. Bulls want to get the show on the road.
Time back on.
Their result from 2024, just quickly, they played the Lions in 2024 twice. They beat them 24-55 in the one game, and in the other contest, beat them 52-17. This Lions team not being able to beat them, and this is why. 12th try. First one for Faith Tsauke, who has been playing exceptionally well today. Very happy for her that she got over the whitewash. Lineup that went awry a little bit for the Bulls. But Tsauke awake as ever, running hard like she always does. Beating 2 defenders. And you can see Golden Lions players in total disarray. And that scoreline now stretching to 82-5.
Seconds.
Mpupa successful with 2 conversions in the second half. This one makes it 3. Bulls very clear and knowing exactly what their purpose is in that line out. It did not come off, but they were still ready to attack. And the Golden Lions, unfortunately, hanging on for dear life. 84 points to 5. Kick-off again, running straight with the ball is the Daisies, and then a massive tackle.
Careful, careful.
Kind of inspiration that the Golden Lions need. But the Bulls shrugging off any kind of inspiration. Almost stolen by the Lions. Mbombi again. But the referee saying she went off her feet. The Bulls at 84-5, believing they can still get some more points on the scoreboard. Making sure she kicks the ball out just about a meter inside the 22. Assistant referee moving it to the 22. Golden Lions slow to get to that line. And then the driving maul. Advantage being played by the referee. Bonisha S has got the ball at the back. Still moving forward. No need for the Bulls to break away just yet. Still going forward at momentum with the ladies in light blue. Now they've gone to ground. What says the referee? Ball still available. Picked up for the short side. Can she get it away? It's a loose pass.
Advantage. Collapse over here.
Bombi there again for the Lions.
Offside.
But the Golden Lions
discipline in this area. Captain, discipline,
at this stage.
Yeah, talk to them. The next one goes.
Yeah, there you heard it from the referee. Golden Lions situation is not getting better. Next person to be penalized for any reason whatsoever, well, their game will be at an end because she'll get sent off. Interesting little huddle by the Bulls Daisies. Deflection. Long pass. There's space on the outside. Can she beat a defender? The answer is yes, she can. And eventually an easy try for the Isuzu Bulls Daisies in the 75th minute. Long pass that beat all those defenders on the inside by the Golden Lions. And with the try line so close, there's just not enough space to make up a defensive line. And very well done. Might have been Mahlatsi and Kumishe.
It's warm, thank you. No, the weather is warm.
Conversion number 5 for Zintle Mpupa. And the time is up. We've seen it all in this game. Wasn't a bad kick. I don't think it was over the crossbar, but nonetheless, the referee missing absolutely nothing as we see the ball being distributed very well and very easily through the hands.
Come on, ladies, let's go. 3 more minutes.
And if that was Msizazwe, it would be a 5th try of this game, which I believe must be some kind of record.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
You can see some of the overseas visitors here. Busy warming up.
Yeah.
Kristen Cox, she's going to be the one to take this kickoff. Slightly shorter kickoff, but no Lions getting up there. Toliswa Kuzwayo, the captain, having the Daisies running at her very, very hard. Some space on the outside being found by the Daisies. Jersey being held on to, but I think this is going to be try number 6 as she steps off the right foot back to the inside. And fantastic work by Tobile Msizazwe, making it look very easy. But this Lions team are tired of defense. You can see Kristen Cox going over the number 8, Ntaku Mbombi, too late. She's really been trying tirelessly, but not working out for the Lions team. Game up next. Bulls senior men's side up against Munster. And that's going to be a titanic battle. One that you should not miss. If you can make your way down to Loftus Versfeld, you still have a little bit of time. And the referee putting the blockers on Zintle Mpupa, warning her of the time. There you can see some of the Munster players
Let's go.
ready for their game against the Bulls.
Yeah, they're coming. We'll play.
Some Welsh international players
Let's
in
go,
the
ladies,
foreground.
Let's go finish. Jog it in.
Last minute of this battle.
Left to right.
The Bulls Daisies, they'll definitely be eyeing that 100 total, 6 points away. The Lions, they will be desperate to make sure that they don't get any more points racked up against them. Better defense on the big lady. Picked up by Nkumishe. Branisha S. Dragging about 4 Lions players with her. Trying to get over that advantage line. Now they do.
No.
Well protected. Bulls getting the ball out. And then a lazy hand going to the ball as the siren goes in the background. And that's the end of the game. Referee Precious Pazani blowing the final whistle. It is the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. Absolutely rampant winners here today. 94 points to 5. We saw a total of 13 tries by the ladies in blue. One by the visitors from Johannesburg. But a convincing win. The final will be on the 4th of April at Loftus Versfeld. No matter what the outcome of the games being played this afternoon in the Pick and Pay Ladies Super League, the Bulls will be playing the side visiting them on the 4th of April. It will definitely be here in Pretoria.
Thanks for the assistance.
Fantastic play by the Bulls. And just as a final hurrah for this Bulls Daisies team, my player of the match today would be the left winger Tobile Msizazwe, the emerging Daisy with the fast feet, fast hands, and the lady who scored a total, in my book, of 6 tries in this match today. Lions with their only try of the match, their only points. Almost had 3 points right at the start of the game, but they had to wait until the 76th minute for their captain Koliswa Kuzwayu to fall over for their lonely 5-pointer. But in stark contrast, it was the Bulls Daisies with a fantastic display of a try fest here in the sunshine of Pretoria. I really hope you enjoyed this game. My name is Martin Tukskotsa. It was an absolute blessing and a privilege to bring you this game. Please keep following us on the YouTube channel, through SA Rugby and the games that do go to Supersport. And if you can make your way down to the stadiums, please do so. But thank you and take care.